Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we have completed the book section. This class, I am going to start the user section. So select the entity, right click, new Java class. Here select this one as a user. Okay, the user is a library, the who borrow the book. Okay, so user. Okay, user will be do it here. Just entity or copy, paste it over here. This table which name is user. We have to add these following entities. Okay, these two things we have to add it. Which one? Private user as ID, name and email. Okay, so what you're going to do is this one. I'm going to implement this one. Okay, publisher as this one ID. Write this one. We have to call it as user ID. Then only we have to understand what's the IDs it is. User ID. Second one, name. Third one, email. Now you have generated the constructor and get and set method and everything. Right click, generate constructor. Hold on shift key down and select all. Here we have to select the without ID. We have to generate the constructor. How do we have to generate the non-constructor? Right click, generate constructor. Select non-constructor. After that, we have to select right click, generate the get and set method. Hold on shift key down and select all. After that, we have to select the toString method. Right click, generate toString method. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. This other we have to generate the entities. Okay, right. Now what you're going to do is we have to make the DTO. So select the DTO, right click new Java class. You have to select the DTO, which is a user DTO. User DTO. Okay. User DTO, this same thing. Just copy it, paste on it. You have this one where you have to get rid of these all things. Okay, so we don't need the user ID because this one should be what? Auto increment. So save sorry, here not this user DTO we need, user save DTO we don't need it. After that you have to implement that this is already done, these all things, all large constructor, no large constructor and everything in user table as well. Right, now again I'm going to go to the DTO. Again you have to create another DTO, user save DTO. Here also we have to implement these things, save DTO. Right, okay, so here we need that user, only these two properties only we need it. Right, after that we have to select another one is a user update. User update. So update DTO. Okay. This one we need all the properties. This all copy and paste over here. After that this one all large constructor, no large, this all things paste it over here. That's it. That's the thing you have to do it. Okay, right. We done the thing successfully well. Right, now we have completed the entity of the user and DTO of the user. After that we have got the controller part. Okay, so new controller, user controller. You have to go to the user controller. User controller. Okay. User controller. Now what you are going to do is first we have to add the annotations. This is all the annotation we have to add. Okay, that this one should be when the user request is coming user, you write the user. Now after that we have to handle the same author. This all things I just copied, make it as a user. Okay, this is how we have to do the program. Okay, very simple. Now here what I'm going to, now you have an idea. You go to the service, right click new Java class. This one should be user service. This is not a class, this you have to implement as interface. IMPL, that one should be the class user service IMPL. This one you have to implement user service. This one should be the at service. Right, that's it. That's the thing you have to write it. So here the repo, new user repo. User repo. Let the publisher this one, extend this all things, just copy it, paste on it over here. This one you have to make it as user. This integer. That's it. Now everything you have to select this one or press enter key on your keyboard and select this entity library. Perfect. Done everything perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to do the things. This one should be AutoWire. This one user service. User service. Save user. Here this one user save DTO. This one user save DTO. Now this user save DTO you have to paste it over here. So yeah, this one should be the user service. You have to paste on it here. Add user. Write the user, add user. Here out your name as username. Okay. Now here select this one user. Okay, now I no need to explain this one. All things I already explained. Okay. So user service you have to create the method user. You add user. So here what the user you are setting the information via the DTO. Serve user is goes to the user save DTO. This add method you have generated here the interface. This one you have to implement at the here as well. You just click on this. You have to implement methods. You have to implement it over here. You have to implement it successfully. Now what I'm going to do is the same this author save part. Just first you have to implement the copy this one we have to put it over here. Okay, this is user repo here also user repo. Select this one, all press enter key on your keyboard. You have to enter this one user repo. Here you have to add the add user. So the same author this one, copy this, paste on it over here. So here you get this user save DTO. What are the save DTO? You have this one should be the user. So entities this user. You have to create the object user. This one copy and paste over here the user. Or press enter key. Import the class. Okay. Save get your writer save DTO dot get name, comma user save DTO dot get email. Okay, these are the two things. This user you have put it over here. Here you have changed this one repo as user repo. This one is a user. After the report you have to get user. The simple stuff you have write. Okay, the simple stuff you have write. Okay, so after that the same thing you have to do that this one user get all method. This is how you have to do it. Get all user get all user. So here get all user request is coming get all user. It goes to the service user service get all user. Get all user. It goes to get all user. Yeah, this one should be the user DTO. This one copy, paste over here. Alt press enter key, import the class. Here also alt press enter key, Okay, now here all users, just place it over here. Select get all user. Here create the user over here. Now let's go to over here implementation. Select this one, implements method. Get implemented over here. Here what I'm going to do is you have to do it over here. This publisher, you have to write it over here. The same authors. Get all things like this. Paste it over here. So you have to write it here. This repo user repo find all method. You have to use a DTO. Put it here. This one should be the user. Okay, user DTO list. Okay, so here we have write the user. With the user, get all users. Just write the user DTO, user DTO, user DTO. Not right. This one should be the user dot get user ID, comma user dot get name, comma user dot get email. That's it. Now here what I'm going to do is this DTO list, user DTO list, you put it over here, pass it the user DTO over here, this one you pass it here. That's it. That's the thing you have, right? This all you have get the user details, right? Very simple stuff, right? So after that we have to do the third stuff. We already the things are we have to do one by one. So this one update user. Here also you have write what the user update. So user update. Here also the user update. So here we have write sending to where we are sending to username. So this one should be the user service update user method, update user. We have to pass into this user update over here. This one user, right? That's it. We have to do one by one. Okay. Now let's this one we are sending to update user method. So here now we are passing to user EMPL. Click on this. Click implement methods. Implement it over here. Now here the same thing. Update user author. Copy this. Pass it over here. Here what I'm going to do is here you have check through the whether the user is exist or not. So here repo to repo the user exists, the ID by user save update DTO dot get user ID. The IDs exist. What you're going to do is you have to another one ID. You have to write another user. Write user equal user repo dot get by ID. This user update DTO. You have to write get user ID. You have to write user dot set name. You have to write set name. You have to write update dot get name. User set email. You have to write update DTO dot get email. User report dot save. You have this one. This user you have to write it to this one should be the user. This user you have to write it here. You have to after add the record the user dot get me. User not exist. That's it. This one I don't need them. This also I'm explaining. I already explained this all things. Okay, so after that we have to do the delete method as well. User, if the method is coming user delete user path variable, it goes to the user service delete user action method, delete user action method. Okay, the ID. So here I would create the method which is a here it will be implemented to where we have to implement that the IMPL, you have to implement that particular method. Click on this, you have to implement the method. Here what I'm going to say, you have to receive the method first. How to receiving, you have to first you have to look at that the IDs exist or not. If the IDs exist, you have to copy this, paste on it, exit, you have to use a repo dot exist by ID. You have to if the IDs exist, delete the entire user system. Okay, that's the thing you have to write. Now if you want to test that, you have run the program. First you have to look at if there are any error. Okay, this is not an error. I not connected I haven't run my MySQL connectivity. That's why the connection refused, the problem is coming. Queues of the problem is coming, that's why. So let's the MySQL service we have started. Now what I'm going to do, now again you have to run the application and check. Now here it's working perfectly well here. The user table has been created here. Now I'm going to run the Postman. The Postman takes some time, so instead of checking, we are checking simply with VS Code editor. Very simple, easy for editor to check it. This one. So I'm going to here. There is another tool which is a VS Code editor. You will be able to check it. So check it the front end tool. Right. It's a very fast. This is not a heavy. That is a heavy tool. Okay, here it's simple is open. Here you can see this Postman I am going to share. This is not heavy. You have a Thunder client. There will be the extension called Thunder client. You have to install it. So Thunder client. Okay, this editor. This is the front end checking tool. This is not heavy tool. You will be able to open it simply. Let's open the VS Code editor. Okay, so here there is an extension Thunder client. You have download them and use it. This is very fast. Okay, this is the front ending tool rather than you are using the Postman. So here there's a post request. Here you implement the URL. So HTTP colon localhost. Okay, right. The what is the port it should be running? This is a port running 80 80 80 70 80 70 user API version v1 should be the version user save method. You have to provide the body, open and close bracket. You have to write it, the name, Jesse, email, jesse@gmail.com. That's it. Now let's click send. here recorded. You'll be able to see. Okay, now you can see here there is a click on this. Okay, so here in VS Code, very simple. This is not a heavy. You will be there. We have installed the VS Code editor. There is an extension called Thunder Client. You have to install this extension. Go to the here extension tab. You have to install them. Search the Thunder Client and install them. This one provides the free front-ending checking tool. It's very simple. Okay, this one I am checking. Okay, mostly I am checking while working with the company. I am checking using not Postman. This is the easy tool. Okay, here you have to refresh them. Okay, now here you will be able to see the table. GSM Live. This is my database. Okay, so here you will be able to see the data. Okay, so here it is loading. Okay, it's a table. You can have a yes, here it's still loading. Okay, so here still loading. The database has been created. The table has been created. The user table. Okay, so again we have another request which is a user controller. There is another request called which is a get all user. We have to select see the get all user to run the stuff. How the thing is work. Get all user. So post. I'm going to J. Okay, this is the user. This is the email ID. Again, I'm going to add the user again. Like that. Now I'm going to get method to get all user, get all user, get all user. So check that. Let me check it. How the endpoint works. Like here, so all what are the users are there, so all things are it's working. Okay, so it's working successfully well. Okay, it's working successfully well. I hope you guys you understood things well. Okay, so I'll be seeing my next video tutorial. Thank you.